Clear. Testing 1 2 testing. Testing 1 2 testing 1. All right. Well, I guess I had too high a bit rate there the last time, so my video just quit working. It started spinning around. Oh, look at that! There goes that plane right there. AMX337. Want to find out where that's going. AMX337. Let's go ahead real quick. AMX337. We already typed that in earlier, and it's still saying it's not even in the air. But anyway, it just took off, according to the flight simulator. But we were in the last video there, and then it just quit working, so I went in and deleted it. So we'll try this again. Let's go ahead and go full screen here. I'm going to go ahead, and I adjusted the bit rate to 6. I guess 6 is recommended for 1080p. We'll see. We'll see if I get booted out on 6. So flight plan here. First of all, I want to set the altitude to 10,000 feet. Now, normally what we'll do is we contact ATIS and all that, but I'm just going to hit B. That gives us our altimeter setting 2986. So we are going to, I just want to kind of expedite a little bit here. So our origin is, that would be Mike, Papa Romeo, and that's Puerto Vallarta. That's where we are right now. Press enter, runway 9, and the destination, there's no waypoints here. Destination is going to be Manzanillo, so that's Mike, Zulu, Oscar. That's Manzanillo. Press enter, and none, and then en route, we'll just have none on there. On the transponder, I want to go ahead and turn that on. I'm going to turn on all our lights here, and I think we're going to be good to go. Go ahead and release our brake, and we will ask for clearance to go south.
Puerto Vallarta ground Cessna November Charlie 77 Charlie Charlie with Golf request taxi for takeoff south departure.
Now Golf, of course, is that
Cessna November Charlie 77 Charlie Charlie taxi 2 and hold short of runway 04 using taxiway Alpha. Contact
watch out,
tower
guys.
on 118.5 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 04 using taxiway Alpha Cessna 7 Charlie Charlie.
So hopefully we'll be able to do this flight without interruption. I don't know if the quality is as high as it could be, and I was looking at maybe changing the OBS software, and somebody was saying, you know, talking about their crackling noise, that is not synonymous. What's the word that I want to use? It's commonly known to have crackling in the microphone, and in the sound effects for that matter. I'm doing single track. I don't need to do double track because I'm not going to edit any of these videos. But somebody was saying that it's common for that in GeForce Experience, but you know, they were recommending the OBS streaming software, but OBS is a lot more involved. And I'm still not sure whether it's YouTube booting me out whenever I have too high a bit rate. I increased it to 9. I thought that 9 would work for 1080p, 60 frames a second. And apparently 6 is what 1080p 60. 6 is going to work better. A bit rate of 6. Or 6,000 or whatever it is. GeForce Experience just has 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all the way up to 15. I saw one video they were saying bring it up all the way to 15. But if I'm getting booted out at 9, I'll definitely get booted out at 15. So this isn't going to be as high quality, but just have to do it, I guess. I don't think, I think I had it at 9 before. And
Puerto Vallarta Tower, Cessna November Charlie 77 Charlie
I
Charlie
never got
ready for
booted out, but
departure
I've
to
been
the
getting
south
booted
at
out. I
runway
might get
04.
booted out at 6.
Cessna
Let's see.
November Charlie 77 Charlie
2986.
Charlie altimeter 29.86 wind calm departure to the
Go
south
ahead
approved.
and line up. And
Cleared
I'll
for
go
takeoff
ahead.
runway 04.
Look left, look right, left, right.
Cleared for takeoff runway 04 Cessna
And
7
we'll
Charlie
go ahead and
Charlie.
synchronize our heading. Synchronize the heading. Go ahead and look at that sunrise. Set the time to about 6:30 in the morning. So airspeed is alive. I rotated about 55. Rotate. And positive rate. Autopilot, that keeps our roll and pitch. Flight level change, heading. So we want to climb though, because we're going to be going over some mountains. So I'm going to go to the best rate of climb, which is at X. So I'm going to go ahead, go nose up, bring that down to about 60, it looks like about 62.
Cessna 7 Charlie Charlie continue for south departure.
And 58, that's too much. 62, continue.
Puerto Vallarta Tower, Cessna November Charlie 77 Charlie Charlie continue for south departure.
I'm going to go ahead now and circle around here to go south. I'm circling around a long way. I do want to climb because there are some mountains there that are about 5,000 feet. Just about 1,000 now, or 760.
Stop, 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 stop.
Because of the turn.
Stop, 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 stop.
Because of the turn, and I have it on.
Stop.
And then I had it on the best rate of climb. That's why it was saying stall. GPS, we have captured the GPS. Got these mountains ahead of us. The elevation of those mountains supported the sky vector. Look at sky vector right here. And as you can see some of the elevation right here. That is, you're talking 6,000 right there, 5,000, 4,000. We are right here. We've got to climb over. We've got to be at 5,000 at this point. So that's why I'm doing the best angle of climb. Beautiful morning. In real life, I don't think I would even attempt going even toward those mountains until I got up to about 7,000. Puerto Vallarta below us, some of the hotels, the big highway there, the beaches, Puerto Vallarta behind us. I had somebody watching, I forget who it was in the last video when I was doing this. I think it was Frederick. If you were watching, sorry about the interruption. It's just the video just died on me. It was circling around, circling around, circling around. And I think it's because my bit rate was too high. And
Cessna 7 Charlie Charlie, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
I just went in and deleted it. Actually, I went back into
Puerto Vallarta
Microsoft
Tower,
Flight
Cessna
Simulator,
November
and I
Charlie
went into,
77 Charlie Charlie frequency change.
to the GeForce experience, and it thought that I was still streaming, so I had to reboot my machine. It wouldn't let me do anything.
Puerto Vallarta approach Cessna November Charlie 77 Charlie Charlie is type Cessna Skyhawk 3 miles southeast of Puerto Vallarta 2,500 feet. Request flight following.
Cessna November Charlie 77 Charlie Charlie, Puerto Vallarta approach. Squawk tree 645.
3, 6, 5.
Cessna 7 Charlie Charlie radar contact 4 miles southeast of Puerto Vallarta 2,800 feet. Altimeter
Climbing about
29.86.
650 a minute. So
Roger Cessna 7 Charlie
286.
Charlie.
It's in about an hour-long flight. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing, testing, testing. Sounds like it's cracking. I just have to guess. I guess I'll just have to check out the OBS software. $3,500. I'm a little concerned about those mountains there. Still climbing at 650 feet a minute. So in this area right here that we really have to be concerned about, we're kind of like in a valley right here. Doing the best angle of climb. Outside air temperature is 20 degrees Celsius. About 68 degrees. Now, of course, that's probably the nighttime outside air temperature. I don't know, whenever you adjust the time, I adjusted the time to 6:30 in the morning. It's not really 6:30 in the morning over there. Right now, it's about midnight, a little after midnight over there. But I don't know if whenever you adjust the time and when the sun comes up, whether the weather stays true to the real-time weather that would be there at night, or whether it would adjust according to where your simulated sun is. If that makes sense. $5,000, still climbing at 450 feet a minute, 500 feet a minute. This, ladies and gentlemen, isn't something that I would do in real life. I would definitely want to make sure that I climb the altitude before I head to the mountains. Some real-time weather. I've got the latest graphics driver, 536.40. I just installed it tonight. See how we're doing. 6, 7. Our goal, of course, is 10,000. Might get a 500 call out. I'll go ahead and synchronize my heading. If we have to, we might need to this time I'm going to turn right. Continue our climb. Got some mountains there with 6,200. I think we're going to be okay. I think the highest elevation of these mountains is around 6,000, according to Skyvector. Now, looking at Skyvector, this is kind of a crude way of looking at it. There's 4,000, there's 5,000, there's 6,000, and we are at about 6,000 now. Backing off now on my mixture. Should have done that already. But anyway, I was hearing that you can hear the difference. This right here is our concern. Got to make sure that we clear this area. Looking at it straight on here. Climbing at 400 feet a minute. Of course, the air is getting a little bit less dense. Still good, doing a pretty good climb, 500, 600. You see some of those mountain roads, look at that. Mountain roads. See some of those documentaries on dangerous roads. I bet you that's one right there. $7,300. Cutting it pretty close. Doing our best angle of climb here. Head up here, trying to look up. Down over, I think we're gonna make it. Two more thousand feet to go at about 450 feet, 400 feet a minute now, 350. Yeah, I think we'll make it over. I think that's the highest right there, right ahead of us right here. It's the highest mountain. And of course, off to the left there. I think we're just about over there. Highest mountains here. Outside air temperature is now 13. It's about 55 degrees at this height. Look at that, we're just clearing that mountain there. Didn't get our 500 radio altimeter call out, so. I wanted to look real quick at the weather. I don't think that there is any aid of snow, just a tower and approach. So, doesn't have any waypoint weather here, so I don't think on Skyvector here.
Cessna 7 Charlie Charlie contact Mexico Center on 123.0.
I'm going to go ahead and nose down here a little bit, solid.
123.0 for Cessna 7 Charlie Charlie. Mexico Center Cessna November Charlie 77 Charlie Charlie 8,400 feet.
Cessna November Charlie 77 Charlie Charlie Mexico Center altimeter 29.9 continue.
So we are now on Mexico Center for our flight log. Go ahead and continue our climb now at the best rate of climb. We do have some weather there. But anyway, what I was going to do is I was going to go to Skyvector here and see if there was any weather information here. Don't have any weather information here, but this thing right here, top FL 520. So I don't know. Not exactly sure how to read this. There is some weather there. As you can see in our next rad, we have weather. There's our runway right there. We are now 58 minutes away. Once we get to our assigned altitude, we should start flipping along here. I think the other thing too is YouTube probably gives my videos a lower priority than it would if I were like a professional broadcaster. So probably those professional broadcasters, they get, you know, preference for higher bit rate capability. I don't know that for sure, but I would think that would be the case. 400 feet away from our assigned altitude, or altitude select. I am not sure which runway we're going to be landing at. I'm thinking since we took off from runway, well, let's go ahead and take a look here. We took off from runway 4. And I'm thinking that since we took off from runway 4, then we will probably go runway 10. So I'm going to set up, since I don't have any weather information at all for Manzanillo, I don't have anything yet. I'm going to go ahead and set up for runway 10. We are now at our altitude selected altitude. And our speed now is going to finally start increasing, and got a lot of, some mountains there, but a lot of green. You want to look again at sky vector one more time. So we're looking at some of these right here. These are going to be like the 2,000, 3,000, but I think we're even going to skip some of those at the rate we're going. So I think we'll be okay. We don't have to worry about too many clearances on the way down, as bad as we did on the way up. You see all the mountains right here. Now, we could have went to, is it Guadalajara? But the assigned altitude for Guadalajara is 13,000 feet, and I believe the elevation for the airport there is 5,000 feet. So, just like Mexico City, the elevation there is 7,000. So we're sticking closer to the coast, away from the high altitudes, because really the limit for, I mean, you can go 14,000 feet in a Cessna, but you need oxygen tanks to do that. Over 10,000 feet, you need oxygen. So the atmosphere gets a lot thinner up there. So what we're going to do is we're going to, while we're flying here, we've got a drone just kind of following along. I'm going to talk to our assistant here. Tell us about Manzanillo, Mexico.
Searching for Manzanillo, Mexico. Manzanillo is a city and port in the state of Colima, Mexico. It is located on the Pacific Ocean and has a population of about 184,000 people. Manzanillo is one of the Mexican Pacific's major seaports, responsible for handling cargo for the Mexico City area. It is also a popular tourist destination, known for its golden beaches, tropical climate, and rich culture. Some of the attractions in Manzanillo include Barra Navidad, a beach town with a laid-back vibe, a lagoon, and a golf course. Playa Miramar, a long and wide beach with calm waters, ideal for swimming and water sports. Centro Historico, the old town of Manzanillo, where you can find colonial buildings, a colorful market, and a waterfront promenade. Parque Nacional Volcán Nevado de Colima, a national park that encompasses 2 volcanoes, one of which is active. You can hike, bike, or camp in the park and enjoy the scenic views. Santiago Peninsula, a rocky peninsula that offers stunning views of the bay and the city. You can also visit the Playa La Audiencia, where some scenes from the movie 10 were filmed. Iguana Rio Archundia, a sanctuary for iguanas and other reptiles, where you can learn about their conservation and feed them. If you are interested in visiting Manzanillo, you might want to check out some of the vacation packages that are available. You can find deals on hotels, flights, and activities that suit your budget and preferences. You can also customize your own package by choosing from different options. Here are some examples of vacation packages that you can book. Barcelo Carmona.
Okay, so they go into the advertising and stuff like that, but tell us about the active volcano near Manzanillo.
Searching for active volcano near Manzanillo. The active volcano near Manzanillo is the Volcán de Colima, also known as Volcán de Fuego. It is part of the Colima Volcanic Complex, CVC, consisting of Volcán de Colima, Nevado de Colima, the taller and inactive one, and the eroded El Cantaro. It is the youngest of the 3, and as of 2023, is one of the most active volcanoes in Mexico and in North America. It has erupted more than 40 times since 1576. The volcano is located about 125 kilometers, 78 miles north of Manzanillo, on the border
That might
between
be
the
what
states
we're
of
looking at
Colima
there.
and Jalisco. It has a height of 3,820 meters, 12,530 feet, and a diameter of 10 kilometers, 6.2 miles at its base. The lava is andesite containing 56 to 61% SiO2. The volcano is within a large caldera that was probably formed by a combination of landslides and large eruptions. About 300,000 people live within 40 kilometers, 25 miles of the volcano, which makes it the most dangerous volcano in Mexico. In light of its history of large eruptions and situation in a densely populated area, it was designated a decade volcano, singling it out for study. In recent years, there have been frequent temporary evacuations of nearby villagers due to threatening volcanic activity. Eruptions have occurred in 1991, 1998 to 1999, and from 2001 to 2018, with activity being characterized by extrusion of viscous lava forming a lava dome, and occasional larger explosions, forming pyroclastic flows and dusting the areas surrounding the volcano with ash and tephra. The volcano is an hour and a half away from Manzanillo, the base is 90 miles away, and 45 minutes from the city of Colima. The evacuated villages are on the northern slope, at the base of the volcano, and Manzanillo is to the south. You can visit the Parque Nacional Volcán Nevado de Colima, a national park that encompasses both volcanoes, where you can hike, bike, or camp in the park and enjoy the scenic views. You can also see the volcano from various viewpoints along the road or from the air. I hope this information helps you learn more about the active volcano near Manzanillo.
So that's interesting. I don't know if we can see that on Google Maps or not. Let's see if we can actually see that on Google Maps. Manzanillo, they said it was, did she say Colima? There, I believe this is it right here. I think isn't that the one that was erupting recently in the news? It might be that one right there that was erupting in the news. So there's Colima right there, and there's Manzanillo. So as we fly down here, east to our left, I thought that this was in the news. Maybe not. Maybe I think it was the other one that was closer to Mexico City. Has been one that's been erupting. But anyway, back to our flight here. We want to set up our approach. We'll go ahead and we got to press procedure, select approach, and we are going to do, we might as well just do the visual to 10. So we'll go ahead and we'll just go to straight. So that would be right there, and we want to load that. So I'll bring that over. Not worrying about minimum. Load. Obstacle clearance is my responsibility. So we got 2365, our final, 859. So I'm going to go ahead and assign my altitude about 800. 800. I don't know if this is how they would do it in real life. This is how I do it. And then what I want to do is I want to tap my vertical navigation so there's a vertical path, and then we are 24 minutes away from our descent. We will be descending right here. We'll be descending straight to straight, and then you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and, because it's got us going to Manzanillo first and then coming back to straight, but I'm going to go ahead. I think that we should be okay clearance-wise because my top of the descent right there. I am going to go ahead and do a direct to straight. So get a direct there, and we'll activate that. That'll change our direction just a little bit. We do have weather ahead. So now we are going straight to straight, and then we'll line up with the runway. So we should be at 1644. We'll hit top of descent right here, and that's clearing those mountains there. We should be at 1600, 10,000 to 1600 right there. We should have plenty of. We should be okay on our clearances, and then going straight to the runway, and then watch them tell us that it's going to be the other runway. You know, I don't know what the weather is. I'm assuming since we took off on runway 4 that we landed on runway 10. And we have the wind right here coming in at 11 or 112. So pretty sure I got that guesstimate there right. So we are 16 minutes away from top of descent now with that adjusted waypoint. Little town down there, little village. So far I'm not getting booted off, so 6 it is on my bitrate. There's Guadalajara that I was talking about. Guadalajara is a little bit higher in elevation. We got Manzanillo. I don't know where that village is that we're looking at here. A little village there. Kind of hard to pick out. It could be this right here. This, of course, is all in the, there's the volcano there. Here, and there's the volcano. So anyway, looking at sky vector here. Got Guadalajara right there, and just want to look at the runway there. Elevation there is 5,000 feet, so we're not going there. And then the flight plan was calling for 13,000 feet to get to there. But we are going into some weather here. I don't think we have to worry about flight radar right now. Not a whole lot of planes. Again, in real life, it's after midnight, so. Outside air temperature is 10. This is all, looks like some really bad weather there. I'm hoping to get to the runway before that storm. That storm, I don't know which direction that storm is heading. And we got Manzanillo right there, and we've got a storm right ahead of it. Looks like it's headed in that direction. I'm not sure though. We are heading in the real-time weather. Looks like we might be IMC here shortly, which is Instrument Meteorological Conditions. Knot, 21 knot headwind there. Wondering if we can contact the runway there. Not seeing it yet. I'm looking for Mike Zulu Oscar. There it is. Let's see if we can contact them.
Manzanillo Tower, Cessna November Charlie 77 Charlie Charlie 51 miles northwest 10,000 feet to land.
Cessna November Charlie
10
77 Charlie Charlie Manzanillo Tower. Altimeter 29.902.228 at 10. Make left traffic runway 28.
28.
Enter left traffic runway 28 Cessna 7
we are
Charlie
now
Charlie.
Changing our procedure to 8. We'll do visual to 8, and then of course we'll go to straight on that one as well, and we'll activate that. Obstacle clearance is my responsibility. And so we have, now I already did a direct to straight, so now it's going straight to that straight. So that's good. I didn't have to make any adjustments there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to, in 14 minutes, to start our descent. Zoom in a little bit here with our top of descent. I don't see the TOD there. But anyway, 14 minutes we're going to start the descent. And then we are going to go straight and then circle around toward runway 28. I'm glad that we were able to do that at this distance. We can determine without any weather information, there's just no way that I could have known which runway was the active one. Looks like we're going to be heading straight toward that storm too. This is going to be an interesting flight, weather-wise. I'm using DirectX DX12. I have the latest Microsoft Flight Simulator version 133.8.0. Using optimized graphics according to GeForce Experience. I did kick up a couple of settings. Picked up, I think, the windshield to ultra, and then another, I think, ambient occlusion or something like that to ultra. Other than that, all the other settings were the optimized settings. or a 2080 Super is what I have. Minutes and we should start our descent. Hoping the 6 bit rate is going to produce a good enough quality. Clouds are a lot more realistic in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 than it was in 10. Sometimes in 10, the clouds would just all of a sudden disappear. I'm wondering, there's a mountaintop right there. I don't know if that's the volcano. I think that the volcano will probably be there. Mountaintops there. I don't think we're going to be able to see the volcano. Most active volcano in Mexico, he said. It'll be in that direction, somewhere over there. Windy roads down there. A little bit more greenery around here. Heading right into that storm. Top of descent is 9 minutes and 21 seconds, but I don't see a T. I do not see a TOD along this line here. And that might be just an anomaly, you know, one of the Microsoft Flight Simulator anomalies. real-time weather. What is the weather right now in Manzanillo, Mexico?
Searching for weather in Manzanillo, Mexico. The weather right now in Manzanillo, Mexico is rainy, with a temperature of 77 degrees Fahrenheit. There is a 4% chance of precipitation and a hurricane warning issued by the NWS National Hurricane Center. The sun rose at 6:23 a.m. and will set at 7:38 p.m. If you are planning to visit Manzanillo in the next 10 days, you can expect a pleasant weather with sun and clouds mixed. The average high temperature will be around 89 degrees Fahrenheit and the average low temperature will be around 79 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, so there is a hurricane warning. So apparently that's what this is. Whenever you look at sky vector, that's what this is. That's hurricane warning. So that's interesting. So that's what we're getting into. Apparently there's a hurricane warning. Really bad weather. I don't know how close or how far away the hurricane is, or if that's it right there. We might be heading right into it. This is interesting. We are now 5 minutes away from our top of the set. .38 miles away from straight. Another little village down there. A lot of interesting things that we're finding along our journey to South America. Not sure what highway that is. This highway here. And that village might be Upland. So now I believe we are in the state of Jalisco. Manzanillo is in Colima, Mexico. So we're flying over the state of Jalisco. And then Manzanillo is in Jalisco. Tell us about the state of Jalisco, Mexico.
Searching for Jalisco, Mexico.
I don't know if I spelled it right. Anyway. Could not find it. Maybe I didn't. What state is Manzanillo, Mexico in?
Searching for Manzanillo, Mexico State. Manzanillo, Mexico is a city and port in the state of Colima. It is located on the Pacific Ocean and has a population of about 184,000 people.
Tell us about the state of Colima, Mexico.
Searching for State of Colima, Mexico. The state of Colima, Mexico does not exist. Perhaps you meant the state of Colima.
Tell us about the state of Colima, Mexico.
Searching for Colima State, Mexico. Colima is a state in western Mexico on the central Pacific coast. It is the fourth smallest and least populous state in Mexico, but has one of the highest standards of living and the lowest unemployment. Its capital and largest city is Colima, and its main port and tourist destination is Manzanillo. Colima is known for its natural beauty, cultural heritage, and volcanic activity. Some of the features of Colima are: it shares its name with the Colima Volcanic Complex, CVC, which consists of two volcanoes, Volcan de Colima or Volcan de Fuego, one of the most active volcanoes in North America, and Nevado de Colima, a dormant volcano that is the sixth highest peak in Mexico. It administers the Revillagigedo Islands, a group of 4 volcanic islands in the Pacific Ocean that are a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a Biosphere Reserve. They are home to diverse marine life, including sharks, whales, dolphins, and manta rays. It has a rich history and culture, influenced by various indigenous groups such as the Nahuas, Otomis, Puripecas, and Tarascans, as well as the Spanish colonizers. It has a variety of traditions, festivals, dances, music, crafts, and cuisine that reflect its diverse heritage. It has a tropical climate with warm temperatures year-round and 2 seasons, a dry season from November to May and a rainy season from June to October.
Which we're experiencing
It has a
right now.
variety of ecosystems, such as beaches, mangroves, forests, mountains, and valleys. It has a dynamic economy that relies on agriculture,
50
industry,
seconds.
commerce, tourism, and services. Some of its main products are sugarcane, bananas, papayas,
IMC.
limes, coconuts, coffee, rice, corn, and cattle. It also has salt mines and food processing plants. Its main attractions are its beaches, resorts, golf courses, historical sites, and natural parks. I hope this information helps you learn more
Thank
about
you very
Colima
much.
State in Mexico.
Okay, that's pretty good information there. So it looks like we're 14 seconds away from top of descent. But okay, there we go. Vertical path. I didn't see the preparation for that. Usually you see the little triangles there. But we are now descending, and we're going to be descending into a storm, a hurricane. Looks like we're heading right to a hurricane. Apparently, that's it right there. So in real life, would we do this? No. But in Flight Simulator, let's have fun. Let's explore. I'm going to go ahead and hit my approach. My glide path is also loaded. I'm slowing her down. We are 26 nautical miles from straight, 14 minutes. I want to get that diamond above this little triangle, not below it. Right now it's below it, but I don't think that's the way it should be. So 2 seasons, a dry season and a wet season. They're pretty much in their wet season now, or the beginnings of it. going toward the coast. Right there, of course, is the coast. Don't know if we're going to see any lightning. We might see a little bit of lightning as we're heading down. Again, this is real-time weather, but not real-time time. Real-time time is about 1 in the morning. Looks like our waypoint for straight is right inside whatever storm that is there, right in the red. I don't think that's the hurricane. I mean, it can't be that small. This is the whole weather right there, but the orange and the red, we're heading right toward it. There's more red over there. 12 minutes to bottom of descent, 12 minutes to straight, which we should be at about 1200, 1250 on our altitude there. I did my altitude select to 800. There. Knot headwind. That's the direction of the runway. Right underneath that cloud. Pushing on the yoke right there, trying to reach that. Didn't want to push on the yoke, but anyway, was pushing on the yoke. I'm holding the button down, the camera button that keeps an eye on the airport, which is what I'm looking at right now. But while my hand was on that button, I started to push the yoke a little bit. We started turning, and I'm like, wait a minute, we haven't reached any waypoint yet. And it was me turning it. Reaching the light. Keyboard, take some pictures doing a print screen. Try to get a good picture of that rainbow. It's just like real life, isn't it? I mean, get a little bit more sun, and then you get a better rainbow. don't see any rain hitting the windshield yet. Getting an updraft or something here, I don't know. Still at 5,600 feet, and I should be getting to 1,200 feet by the time we hit straight, which is only 7 minutes away now. Yeah, I'm doing an almost overspeeding here. Might be running into rain there whenever we get into that red. We're heading right into that. There's some mountains there too. I think we'll be okay, but looks like we're getting pretty close to some of those hills.
Charlie, wind 214 at 10. Cleared to land runway 28.
Cleared to land runway 28 Cessna 7 Charlie Charlie.
That's the direction of the runway behind us. Okay, we are now on the glide path. Glide path is active. turn here shortly. We are in IMC. Still descending. Heavy rain. I have my mixer now at rich. Two minutes away and then it'll start turning. This is where it would get scary if your autopilot goes out. We are now on our turn. We're at 1,500 feet and descending. Really backing off on my, varying my power quite a bit. Getting pushed down, pushed up, pushed down. Be able to, we'll have some clouds, but I think we'll be in the clear once we get to the runway. Okay, we're at 880. I'm going to slow way down now. We are 2 nautical miles away from the runway. Is rich. $620.
$500.
We got the flaps are full. Boy, the flaps are full. I have the power all the way down off. And we're still coming in at 96, 98. There's the runway. You can see it on my, there's no way I do this in real life. I can't see them. There we go. Well, so the runway is in the rain.
Cessna 7 Charlie Charlie, turn next taxiway.
Flaps up. I'm doing a lot of right rudder. Well, that was an interesting landing, quite unexpected. I don't think that, I mean, I did a visual approach using the Garmin G1000 And
Cessna 7 Charlie Charlie contact
that's
ground
probably
on
something
118.7.
that you wouldn't do in real life, obviously.
118.7 for Cessna 7 Charlie Charlie.
And I'm going to go ahead and just go to
Manzanillo
parking.
ground Cessna November Charlie 77 Charlie Charlie request taxi to parking.
Cessna November
Still doing a
Charlie
lot of right
77
rudder here.
Charlie Charlie taxi to
60
general
knot.
aviation parking using taxiway Alpha.
Yeah, let's say
Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway Alpha Cessna 7 Charlie Charlie.
there's our guys out there standing in the rain waiting for me. I appreciate all of their hard work. The Garmin G1000 made the difference in this landing. There's no way that that could have even happened without I was using all of this right here. There's no way that could have happened without the Garmin G1000. So if you're a real pilot, I highly recommend the Garmin G1000. We have made it. So we are going to go ahead and set our brake, shut off all our lights, and go ahead and shut off the engine here. And go ahead and shut off all of our power. And we have made it, ladies and gentlemen, to we'll go ahead and go to the drone. Manzanillo. And very, very, very crummy weather. Manzanillo. I'm going up on the drone. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting actually the runway to be in the clear. I don't know if the weather updated or what, but this is what the weather looks like in Manzanillo. Hey, look at that, points. Alrighty. I don't know. I'm going to have to figure out how to turn that off. But anyway, and looking at the, again at the sky vector, that's why we have this right here. And apparently, according to we'll go ahead. Manzanillo weather, and so there's a hurricane alert. So apparently, well, it's in Spanish here. Okay, so but anyway, there's a hurricane alert in Category 1 over in Manzanillo. Tropical storm conditions, likely windy with occasional light rain. So it was 25 to 35 miles an hour. And so that was very interesting. A very interesting flight indeed. I don't want to do that. I want to go Alt-Enter. There we go. And back to where we were here. And it's raining hard in Manzanillo. And that is the end of our flight, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you have a good evening. The guy's standing out in the rain. Hey, we're done. Go ahead and get inside, man. I'm going inside. All right. See you later.